What's up, everybody? I'm TJ.
And I'm Kelsey, and we are
the Nashville Wine Duo. Another day, another podcast.
Oh, are we live?
Oh, yeah.
I guess there's not really like a live button. We could just stop recording at any moment if we
Right,
decided
yeah.
to.
I guess it's not kind of live, but
Oh,
we're back.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes Rabbity. I don't know that after that. I just stop while I'm ahead. I am a millennial, but I do not know all the Eminem.
Eminem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like Eminem, don't you?
That's what he should have done at the
what?
at
Super
the
Bowl
Super
thing?
Bowl. Yeah. So that's song.
Lose yourself in the music the moment you want it. That's a good song. I thought he did do that.
He did do that. Never mind. He did do that
Yeah.
song.
You don't know what you're talking about.
As I sat here and thought about it, I was like, wait, that was a song he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is our second one doing the podcast with the better microphone system, right?
Yeah.
I could massively tell a difference when I went
You
back.
could massively tell a difference.
When I went back and listened, yeah.
Yeah. Do you
For
ever go
sure.
back and listen to the podcast?
A little bit sometimes.
You don't like listening to yourself?
I think it's like, I think a lot of people feel that way. They get embarrassed to like go back and listen to. But in a way, I kind of think like it can only help you maybe get better if you go back and.
That's the reason I listen to it, is so I can listen to myself and try and perfect my.
Yeah, but is that really what people want? Do they
ways.
really want us to like? Might not.
Well,
want,
I
like,
just
a
don't want to
script-
say like and like all the time.
That is the thing. You
know
go
what I
back
mean?
and you're like, oh, just see there. You realize you say one word a million times.
Yeah, I say like a lot, but I've
Yeah.
listened to a lot of podcasts, and a lot of them say like a lot, so I don't feel like I'm in such bad company.
Yeah, it's definitely a hot word. How is your week? We're gonna talk about our weeks.
Our weeks, our week has been good. We've had a busy week. We did a wine tasting for one of our favorite followers, Lindsay Oakes.
Mm-hmm.
She had a birthday party for one of her friends and hired us to do a wine tasting for like 10 people. So
yeah,
we curated the wines and did a blind tasting on some of them, and
and it was super fun.
It was really fun. So shout out to Lindsay. Thank you for allowing us to do that for you guys.
We've done that before in the past, but like we started this whole thing again like right when like COVID started. So it was kind of like, we did a few, but everyone almost felt like it had to be this like secret mission that like we couldn't tell anybody about, and you weren't allowed to like show pictures of it, or people would be like, shamed for doing a wine tasting.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we do wine.
They were
tastings.
all secret.
Yeah, we do get hired for wine tastings and consulting and stuff like that. We do children's birthdays and youth jamborees and bar mitzvahs.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you can hire us for that.
He's just joking. We do anything. It doesn't matter. But
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
Youth jamborees, children's birthday parties.
Okay. You're also the clown at these things too. But yeah, we do that. That was really fun.
It was fun. We did. And then what else did we do? Busy week at Trader Joe's, and I was at Vintage Vine 100.
Yeah, you said
it was busy. It was popping. We were there on a Saturday night, and it was busy.
And then you brought home some bottles.
Yeah.
So they don't sell. Do they sell by the bottle there?
You have to open them. You have to open the bottle and pour a little bit into a glass, and then they seal it up, and you can take the bottle with you corked.
Oh, but you then you buy the bottle. You just have to open the bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Little thing that they have to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of like crazy laws in Tennessee regarding wine.
Crazy. Well, just liquor laws in general, I guess, in Tennessee.
Yeah, like you can't even like buy like liquor at like grocery stores here.
Nope. Just beer. And then wine only happened 4 years ago. You could start buying wine. Where I'm from Chicago, and you can buy anything you want in a grocery store.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Which is crazy nice. But
I think I don't know. And everyone says they're like, oh, it's because it's some religious thing. I don't think it's anything to do with that. I actually think it's like just people.
You know what it has to do with? Dollar bills.
Yeah,
Money.
That's what it's about. It's about like liquor lobbyists wanting to keep a piece of the pie and not let the bigger.
They're making too much money the way that it is, so they don't want to ruffle any feathers.
In a way, I kind of get it though. They want to keep their businesses and not let the big retailers own the space.
Yeah. I mean, every state is different because I think where your sister lives, maybe in Maryland, they
You
have
can't buy
like
wine in grocery
no, and
stores
it's
either.
and I know in even some states it's allocated by the state. Like the state owns the liquor
Mhm.
stores. Like it's all ran by the government,
Yeah, it's
the
weird.
man.
Yeah. Well, and also, another thing we had going on this week, I went to the dermatologist, and
I had an appointment too, but I rescheduled.
yeah, he rescheduled
I
it.
don't want to go.
And,
I don't want to
he said he
stand.
had to work, and I'm like,
Yeah, I had to
"Okay,
work.
well," and this is seriously what he told me. He was like, "Well, they're gonna put you in a body scanner in your
I
underwear."
didn't say a
You did
body
say that.
scan.
You said
No,
they're
I
gonna put
didn't
you
say
in
a
a
body
body
scan.
scanner.
No, I said you're gonna get naked.
You told me you said a body scanner.
No,
I
you
swear
you
this is what you said. Just be quiet for a
you're
minute.
you're lying.
No, be quiet for a minute. He really said they're gonna put you in a body scanner and in your underwear, and then you're gonna have to stand there naked, and they're gonna examine your body. And I was like, kind of like, okay, like I was kind of afraid, but at the same time, I'm like, well, my dad actually had skin cancer this last year, found out about it, and he worked a lot outside and didn't put any sunscreen on. So I was like, well, I just want to go and like be good about it. And I told TJ I made him an appointment, and then he was like, well, I have to work. And I was like, you have to work. Like I had to work too, but I just decided to go in later in the day. So he could have done the same thing, but he just didn't want to because he thinks that anytime you go into the doctor, they're going to tell you something bad about yourself. And they didn't tell me anything bad about
True.
myself at all today. And then I the
That's
only
because I wasn't there. If I went, they'd say something was
why do
wrong
you
with
think
me.
that though? Really?
Because
Tell
every
me
time
that
I go to the doctor, they find something wrong with
there's
me.
never been one time where you went where they said
Nope.
nothing was wrong with you.
Nope.
I see. I don't believe that.
No, they're gonna put me in a body scanner. I'm gonna be butt naked, and then they're gonna find something wrong with me. So I'm gonna be humiliated, and then I'm gonna
I think
find
the
out.
reason that you were saying this is because the only times you've gone to the doctor has been like once every like 10 years. So it's no wonder they're going to find something because like you never ever go.
I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm on a good
If
stretch
you were
right
to go
now.
on a regular basis, you might not have like as many problems.
Listen, next time you need your body scanned, I'll scan your body for you. Your body is a
And
wonderland.
listen,
You
I'm going to
listen.
be
I'll do it
I'm
for
going to
you.
be real about this. TJ has some moles. They're beauty marks. He has beauty marks and he needs to get these looked at to make sure that they're good. That's why I just care. I care because I'm your wife and I love you and
Now, great. The whole world knows I have beauty marks.
who cares? You do. Anyway,
I
though,
don't.
it was not scary at all. I went in there and I told him I came into
Good.
work, he was there, and I was like, "Yeah, it was fine." He was like, "What do they do?" I'm like, "I'm good. They just like I had to wear a sheet and my underwear
And tell them what your underwear was.
and then I told him that they like kind of had to like they put my underwear down a little bit. He was like, "They looked at your butt." And I was like, "The just the top." Um and then I went to the bathroom and I realized my underwear was inside out. And I was like, "Oh man." So that was kind of embarrassing, but other than that, like who cares?
Who cares?
So you're going to go in August.
Yeah, rescheduled for August.
You're going.
Sure.
You're going.
Yeah.
You're
I
going.
know. I rescheduled the appointment. I'm going. I love
Yeah.
dermatology.
Well, we're rewarding myself with some good
Hey,
wine
I
tonight.
worked. I made money today.
Yeah. Oh man. I worked. I'm getting yawning right now.
What are you doing?
I'm tired. I'm ready to finally sleep in tomorrow.
Tell them what we're drinking.
We are drinking Tribunal. It's a red blend. It's a
Hmm.
very cool bottle. There's all these like animals that are having a trial, and there's like a cat with a wig, a dog, and a horse that's like a unicorn. So it's got this like, jury type scene going on, but it's all these like animals on the front. This wine, this is a 2019 vintage, and
It's
tell
a
them the interesting kind of secret behind
well, it's a
this
red blend.
wine.
It's at Trader Joe's, and it is 9.99. But it is a full-bodied red blend.
Mm-hmm.
And we found out from just being on the inside of Trader Joe's that they use the same grapes in this wine that they do in Prisoner, which, if you guys drink wine and know Prisoner, like that's a more expensive bottle of wine. And to get the same grapes and stuff in this bottle for 9.99 is a great value. So we always tell customers that when they're looking for a good red blend. But You got the varietals in front of you. I thought that was, there's like
There's a lot.
7 varietals in this thing.
And I don't remember who told us to think about the prisoner thing, and it might not even be, like, the case anymore. They could have switched.
They could have switched because that was a couple years
Yeah, that
ago,
was a
but
couple
that was
years
from
ago.
the Trader Joe's person that came and taught the wine class.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, tell them the varietals that are in the wine.
Um, so it's a blend of Zinfandel, Syrah, Merlot, Petit Syrah, Barbera, Grenache, Petit Verdot, and Petit Verdot. So all those. Um,
And it's from Northern California, that's where they're getting the grapes from.
yeah. Definitely aged in oak. Um, but it's very yeah, it's bold. This is like a big, bold
Mhm.
red blend. It's not like, we've talked about this before. A lot of red blends sometimes can be very like fruit forward,
Right.
really easy sippers.
I think it's fruity in a sense, but,
It
like, the
is,
nose
but
like, a lot of people say, like, it smells like a Big Zin, which
yeah,
I can get that
I
for
get that
sure,
too. Yes,
but you
like a
definitely
big
get,
Zin.
like, also, like, the chocolate and vanilla like a Cab.
I'd be curious,
Um,
like the percentages of each, but I also really do get like the Petit Verdot for me.
yeah.
But this wine, it's heavy. It's heavy
Mhm.
wine. Um, I don't know. I'm just like I love it though. I think it's really good. It's just gonna really fill up your mouth with all that stuff going on with it. Um, what do you
S
get when you smell it?
Oh,
Mm.
black cherry,
Oh yeah. Smells
maybe even
beautiful.
some prunes,
Mhm.
and then I do get some vanilla and maybe some chocolate notes on it.
And oak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing about this wine is even though it's like a big, full-bodied red blend, it's still, like, smooth in a way.
Yeah.
You get the jamminess and everything, but I don't know, there's just something very smooth about it even though it's, like, sitting at, like, 15.1% alcohol, and
Yeah.
it's big, you know?
Yeah, and
Still
I
drinkable.
this has been so at Trader Joe's we call the main store manager the captain, and it's like a ship. You got to think of it like that. So like there's a captain, there's mates, those are the managers, and then there's the crew. So captain's up at the top, he's kind of steering the ship, and this is at our store. This has been captain's favorite for years. I
Mhm.
mean, he's loved this wine.
Mhm.
So it even has his little pick on there at the
Yeah.
store. But I think, like I tell people a lot of time when they'll come in and shop and they're looking around, they're like, I don't know what to get. I'm kind of like, I just want something that if I give it to people, they're going to think it's a high quality wine. Like they're going to be impressed by it. I give them this one a lot. I'm like, it's 9.99, but it tastes way more expensive than that. And for if you're giving it to people that drink wine often and like wine, I think that they're gonna appreciate it and they're gonna like it.
Definitely.
And again, the label is like super cool. It's not like cheap looking. It's kind of like, I don't know, like it's just funky and kind of hip. And I don't know. I just think this is one that anybody that you'd give that. You would need to give this to people though that are wine drinkers and
Mhm.
enjoy wine because
Yeah.
it's a bigger wine and a person that's kind of new to wine. I think this might be a little too much for them.
Well, for you and I, like, even on, like, the New World red blends, like, we're not huge fans of red blends just because they can be just, like,
You want to explain to people what
grape
New World
juice.
and Old World wine is in case they've
Oh, well, New
never
World
heard that?
New World, I mean, definitely California is New World. Anything in the United States would be New World,
Because
including
we're not I haven't been around a long time.
yeah, so Italy, France, that would be considered Old World wine, and that's probably a whole nother podcast as well. But
Mhm.
yeah, so New World meaning California, or Oregon or Washington, wherever you get your
Yeah.
wine from.
But a lot of time when
Um,
people come in or like if you hear people say that, "Oh, I enjoy Old World wine," they're just talking about wine that's not from the
from
United
Europe,
States, from
yeah.
Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of the California red blends can be really j juicy and, like,
Just really jammy.
yeah,
Like
well,
real
yeah. I don't mind jamminess, but
No,
it's
but
just
it's
like
like
when it
it's
tastes like grape juice and there's no, like I always tell people, like, I like a journey in my wine. I want there to be a start, and I think when we interviewed Electra Mustaine, like, she
uh-huh.
said she compared it to, like, a song. There's a beginning,
Yeah.
there's, like, the chorus, and then there's the end, there's, like, all these, like, things happening, these hills, these highs and lows, and, like
Mhm.
and it's a journey, and I like a journey in my wine, and, like, sometimes the red blends could just kinda just be bland and, like, it just
Yeah,
tastes
and
like
I think some of the ones
juice.
that come to my mind are like Apothic. Like that was obviously like very, very popular at one time. And you still get people that come in and want Apothic, which again, we are big, big
I
like
haven't
you
had Apothic in
I
a
haven't had
long time, so
forever
I can't really
either.
speak to,
Well,
but
I
it's
mean,
like a
but I'm remembering it, and I'm remembering it was when I was really early on in drinking wine, and that was like the wine to go to, like, oh, this wine is really good, and like looking back, remembering like it was very fruity, and it
mhm,
was like that kind of blend that you're talking about from California. And again, there is nothing wrong if you like that kind of wine. We are not
totally.
saying that you can't. We're just saying that like I think as we've gone further into our wine journey, maybe we moved on from that type of red blend to a different type of red blend. But again, that was where I started, and I used to love it,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
so no shame in anyone's
No
game.
shame in your game.
I
No.
think people's
Everybody's
palates
got
just
their own
change
thing.
over times too, and, like, the more wine that they try, it just
Well, I told you told you what my Starbucks drink used to be.
what was it?
Caramel macchiato. No. Yeah, caramel macchiato. And I guess I found out they put 4 pumps in a caramel macchiato of, like, syrup, and it's sweet. And then over time, I bumped it down to 2, and then slowly it just got rid of I don't even do caramel macchiatos. My go-to is
I
Americanos
just
now.
caramel
But, yeah,
macchiato.
caramel macchiatos. And then I found out you could, like, get different pumps in it to cut off the sweetness, and
Yeah.
then I just slowly weaned myself off of those, and now I'm just straight Americano, but yeah.
Wow. Man,
You little
caramel
boy.
macchiato
Yeah, yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I think and even when saying the word palate, that palate, how many ways palate is spelled? I remember looking
How
this up
many?
one time. Like 4.
Oh, really?
Think about it. Palate, mouth, palette, paint. Palette, like how you move around a pallet jack, and then I feel like there's one more, but I can't think of it.
Hmm.
The English language is complicated.
Wow. Look at you.
That got me one day. I was like,
Did it?
it's confusing. No wonder people have a hard time like learning it sometimes from other places because it's
Yeah,
like we use one word and we spell it like and mean it 4 different ways.
right.
Anyway, that was just random, but I was just thinking about it. But yeah, we're really excited about this wine. So you should just yeah, check it out. Look for the in the red blend. It's 9.99. It's got that little yeah, jury going on with the animals
Yeah.
on the front.
Like always, we'll post a picture on our Instagram and our
Yeah, if not
stories.
everybody looks at that, so
No, they
it's good to give
don't.
a description
You're right.
of it. So yeah, and then you want to tell them about some things we have coming up for our future endeavors?
Our future endeavors. We have
Yeah.
another wine tasting. We were hired for another wine tasting this week. So with one of our other Instagram followers. So that's Saturday night. So that'll be fun. Little birthday party, I think it is. So another wine tasting, and then we're going to be going to Restoration Hardware Wine Bar this week too. So we're going to be doing a review on that. And it's been before COVID hit. I think we went
I
there
think
originally when they first
right it was
opened.
actually crazy. We went with a friend and we were trying to do something and then it was like that week it all happened and it was like,
COVID hit,
yeah,
yeah. So we haven't been back since.
haven't
So
been back
we
since.
thought it'd be a good time to go there and get some wine and
Yeah.
find out what they have. And since they're fully
And
back in
something else
action,
that is really exciting that's possibly going to be coming up. I feel like that's one word we say a lot too, exciting.
possibly. Oh, exciting!
Yeah, we say that word too much.
What else? What other word could we use for exciting?
Uh, I really don't know. That's my go-to word. But we're gonna be going to Colorado
Yeah,
this summer for the 4th of July to see my parents. My mom and dad just moved back there. I used to live there. I lived there for like 10 years in Colorado Springs. But TJ the other night, I think after we had started planning this trip, he was like, "I had this dream," and I was like,
it was actually before we planned the trip.
"Yeah." He said I had a dream that we're gonna meet John
I
Elway.
just came to you randomly and I said
I
I
was
had
like,
a
"What?
dream
We're not gonna
that
meet
we
John
were going to
Elway."
meet John Elway. And
Yeah.
John Elway is like the famous quarterback from the Denver Broncos who started a wine label named Seven Cellars.
Well, yeah, and it's
And
actually he's in partnership with Robert Mondavi Jr.
yeah,
So it's a premium wine rooted in purpose and quality. That's on their
which we've tried
Instagram.
some
Yeah,
Seven Cellars.
we've
They
tried.
sent us some wines and they're great. And we've stayed in touch with them.
Yeah,
And then when I found out we booked these airfares and trip out to Colorado, I wanted to see if we could possibly just go there and interview them and do a podcast and IGTV. So looks like it's going to happen.
Well,
Not John
John
Elway. Not
Elway.
John Elway,
But I
but
do,
the president of Seven
which is
Cellars, which
huge.
is great.
Huge.
Amazing.
Yes, anybody that we could meet, even anyone that we could meet from there, I'd be
Yeah.
grateful for. But the possibility that we could be meeting the president and
Yeah.
trying their wine, and so we are very excited about that. I said it again, but I am. Any opportunity, I don't know. It's just amazing, and I want to do tell people out there that like do stuff like this, like always ask. Like, you never know what people are gonna say. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? They're gonna say
I
no,
always
you know?
ask.
And
Yeah.
TJ's
I'm
been
good at
great about that.
rejection.
He's just like asked and he was like, okay, well, if people say no to us or they never answer us, no big deal. But you know,
You never
if
know
we're
till
only
you
coming
try.
there to like introduce people to great wine and have a good conversation and learn about their history and make it about them,
Hmm.
and share that with people. And it's cool how often you'd realize that people are open to that. Companies are open to that. Like they probably have not a lot of people ask because people are thinking they're just going to say no. So I don't know. Don't be afraid of rejection. We've been rejected plenty of times, and then you find the door that opens.
It's true.
I'm being prophetic.
It's true. You never know till you ask. And if they say no, then move on to the next
Yeah, and
one.
again, and if
So,
it fell through, then it falls
but
through,
if they
and
say yes,
then
that's a whole different ball game.
we're buying new outfits. Denver outfits.
No, it's going to be cool. We got a lot of cool things on the schedule for this coming year. Like I feel like 2022 for the Nashville Wine Duos like already started out really strong,
It has, yeah. I
and
mean,
it's
well, I mean,
continuing.
we've been definitely been like posting less on our main feed and on our Instagram, but I think that's just because a lot of other things are happening that we're trying to focus on this, and not
Yeah.
like we're not gonna keep doing that. We are, but they change things a lot on there that become a little like, you got to learn a new way. They're really obsessed with these real things right now, and we were having a conversation about the other night, and we're being honest, we don't love doing reels. We'll do them, we can have some fun with them, but we don't. That's not just like
I don't know. A lot of people probably don't like doing
they
reels.
just
I
feel.
think they
Well,
do
and yeah,
them,
that's why.
but
Why are people like? It's kind of like every time I talk to somebody about a reel, they're like, "I feel forced to do it." It's like, well, how fun is that? You feel forced to do it. So I don't know.
we do post a lot in our
We
stories.
do. Well,
Like our
that's what I mean.
daily
Like,
life
yeah,
is
we
in
live
our
in our stories. We
stories.
live our
Yeah.
daily life in our stories. And actually, somebody just said that TikTok came out with a story version, and everyone's like, "Why is TikTok doing stories?" That makes
Yeah, it
absolutely
doesn't
no
make
sense
any
because it's a
sense.
completely video app.
Yeah.
Which is why, in some ways, it seems like they're trying to push TikTok on Instagram, and Instagram isn't a TikTok app.
Right.
So keep Instagram with the storytelling with pictures and then stories in the stories, but like the reels, it's just kind of like I don't know. We made a fun one tonight about margaritas. I really enjoyed that one. That was the first one I actually really really liked. So anyway, we're figuring it out, but we've been talking to a lot of people in town and making stuff happen in Nashville. So that's been fun.
Yeah. So we got a lot of stuff planned in Nashville and a lot of cool interviews coming up with people.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be really, really fun. So stay
Yeah.
tuned.
And once again, thank you all for listening, and please like and subscribe to our podcast. Give it a 5-star rating.
Look at you.
Yeah.
What?
And really, if anyone ever has anything that they want us to talk about on the show, we
Please.
always love feedback. Like if there's any kind of questions and you're just like, hey, I want to know about this with wine or this with wine, like we're trying to come up with ideas for sure. But if anybody has something that they really want us to talk about, we love to have that like open dialogue with people that are
Yeah,
listening.
seriously. If you want us to like try a bottle, or if you want us to talk about canned wine, which is maker wine or box wine or whatever, just please message us and let us know because we're always looking for content and want to give you guys
What
information
you
that you
actually want to
guys,
hear.
yeah, what
Yeah.
you want to hear. So we've even had people message us that they want some shorter episodes where they can just listen to them like 5 or 10 minute episodes.
Yeah.
So
So we're planning on doing some of that too.
yeah, so that'll be the first one that we do for Restoration Hardware this coming week.
Yeah.
So yeah, little reviews, little mini podcasts that we're going to do throughout the week, and we just appreciate you all. And we've had awesome feedback this week from you guys listening to the podcast, and so we just again truly appreciate all of you, and it means the world to us. So on that note, I think we should cheers,
Yep.
baby, and peace out.
Cheers. Happy
Cheers. Happy
Monday.
Monday.